It was a cold evening in a small town where everyone knew each other by name. The street lights flickered as a young man named Elden sat alone on a park bench, staring at the dark sky. His heart was heavy with a burden only he knew. He had just lost his job, fired for a mistake he didn't commit. But instead of standing up for himself, he had remained silent. His mind replayed the moment over and over. His manager had accused him of stealing company funds, but the real culprit was someone else. Elden knew the truth, yet fear of ruining his reputation held him back. Now, he had lost his job anyway, and his honesty remained unspoken. As he sat there, lost in thought, an old man with a calm face and wise eyes approached him. He was known as Master Orion, a retired professor who spent his days guiding those in need. Seeing Elden's troubled face, he asked, "What troubles you, son?" Elden hesitated before speaking. "Master Orion, does honesty always lead to good outcomes? Today, I lost everything because I was honest, yet I stayed silent." Orion smiled knowingly. "Let me tell you a story, and then you decide whether honesty is a burden or a strength. Many years ago, in a kingdom ruled by a wise king, there lived a merchant named Darian. He was famous for his honesty, and people trusted him blindly. He never cheated, never lied, and always kept his promises. Because of this, his shop flourished, and he was respected by everyone. One day, a wealthy man named Silas visited his shop. Silas was jealous of Darian's success and wanted to ruin him. He came up with a deceitful plan. He purchased a large quantity of goods from Darian and paid him with gold coins. However, before leaving, he secretly slipped a fake gold coin into the pile. A week later, Silas returned, furious. "Darian, you cheated me! You gave me a fake gold coin!" he shouted. The news spread like wildfire. People gathered to witness what would happen next. Darian, without panic, replied, "I do not recall giving you a fake coin, but if I did, it was never my intention." Silas smirked, believing Darian would now lose his reputation. But what Darian did next shocked everyone. He took out all the money he had earned from the transaction and said, "Take it all. I would rather lose my wealth than my integrity." The crowd murmured. Some doubted him, but most respected his unwavering principles. The king, upon hearing of the incident, summoned both men to his palace. There, he ordered a jeweler to inspect all the coins. To everyone's surprise, only one coin was fake, the one Silas had falsely accused Darian of giving him. The king turned to Silas and said, "You tried to deceive an honest man, but his truth has exposed your lies." Silas was punished, and Darian's reputation grew even stronger. The king rewarded him for his honesty, and people trusted him more than ever before. As Master Orion finished the story, he looked at Elden and asked, "Do you see now? Honesty might bring temporary troubles, but in the end, truth always prevails." Elden thought deeply. He realized that hiding his honesty had caused his suffering. Had he spoken up, he might still have his job. Instead of fearing the truth, he should have embraced it. That night, he made a decision. He would go back and tell the truth. The next day, Elden gathered his courage and walked into his former office. His manager was surprised to see him. "Sir, I have something to say," Elden began. "I did not steal the money. I remained silent because I was afraid. But today, I choose honesty. The real culprit is—" He took a deep breath and pointed to the true thief. The manager was shocked. After an investigation, it was confirmed that Elden was telling the truth. The real thief was caught, and Elden was offered his job back. But something had changed within him. He no longer feared standing up for what was right. From that day forward, he lived by a new principle. Honesty is not just about telling the truth, it's about standing by it, even when it's difficult. Years later, Elden became a well-known businessman famous for his integrity. People trusted him, and his success exceeded anything he had ever imagined. Whenever someone asked him the secret of his success, he simply smiled and said, "Honesty is like a seed." At first, it seems small and weak, but if you protect it and nurture it, it grows into a mighty tree that can never be uprooted.